Hello everyone, and welcome to my first video here on YouTube. I thought I'd do a getting to know a Transformers fan response. Thought that'd be a good way of doing my first video. I know I'm about 3 or 4 months behind everyone else, and I'm going to explain why. Because I didn't know this whole little community even existed until very recently. And this all started off back, let me think, back in about March time. And a few of my friends who live up in Birmingham took me up to the Memorabilia Comic Con show that was at the NEC, I think it was. And I didn't really know what I was going to get there. I figured, movies, maybe I'll get some Star Wars stuff. I'm a bit of a Star Wars fan as well. And so that was my intention for that day. And then I found a few places were selling Transformers. And I ended up buying this. This is the eHobby Orion Pax and Dion from about, I think it's about 2003. But I'd never even seen that before. So I bought that. And that was cool. And I went away very happy. And thought nothing more of it. And then that same weekend, my friend who I was staying with up there, he introduced me to Transformers Prime, and I hadn't even known this existed either. So this is quite an interesting weekend, really. And so I sat down and watched that. We sat and watched the 5 pilot episodes, I think it was. And I thought that was really cool, because I'd seen a few other Transformers shows. It was animated, or no, not animated, it's Armada, I think it was, a few years back, and I thought it was pretty rubbish, to be honest, and thought nothing more of it. But anyway, so I enjoyed Transformers Prime, and so I thought, I'll look for some of the toys for that. And the guys who I'd bought that Orion Pax from had left a card for their website in the bag, and so I went on their website, and I bought this eventually, first edition RC, and when that arrived, there was a flyer in the bag, or the package rather, for this year's auto assembly, and I had no idea that this even existed again, so I'm completely in the dark about these things. So anyway, I started looking around at this on the internet and on YouTube, and suddenly I'm finding there's all these videos by people about Transformers, and it's like, I think I'll start watching some of these. So yeah, I started watching a few people's videos, and then started buying more and more Transformers, and it's kind of not gotten out of hand, but I've spent a lot of money lately, and to the point where I'm actually going to be at Auto Assembly this year. So, and I might do another video about my sort of expectations on that after this one. I don't want to go into too much detail on that. But yeah, but I wasn't planning on making any videos to begin with. And a couple of months ago at work, I got a reward voucher because I'd taken on a load of extra work, and they have this sort of reward scheme that people can be nominated and stuff like that. And I looked up on this website that you can use these vouchers on, and there wasn't a lot really you could do with it that interested me. But I managed to get this, and then, but that didn't use all the money I had to spend on it, and I've kind of been sitting on it for, I don't know, maybe a month or so, give or take. And then I thought, yeah, I've got to, I'll buy a camera. So went to PC World earlier today, and you're now watching me through the camera that I bought, and that's where we're at. So what I thought I would do then is, for a first video, I know I'm about 3 or 4 months behind everyone else, but this would be a good subject for a first video. So I'm going to do the 10 questions from KalelPrime's getting to know a Transformers fan. So, question number 1: how long have you been a Transformers fan? Well, I can remember getting a G1 Warpath figure when I was about, well, I must have been about 4 years old. Back in, I'm guessing it had been about 1985. I'd gone into hospital for some minor operation or something, I think, and that was what my parents bought me to kind of placate me, as it were, I suppose. And so, yeah, I've actually still got it somewhere. It's up in my loft. I was going to get it down, but I can't find everything that's up there at the minute. But I might dig out. I've got a box up there somewhere of Transformers from when I had them the first time round. Unfortunately, most of them have got some sort of damage. My little sister's got lots to answer for. But anyway, so yeah, since about 1985, I would say, is how long I've been a fan. I then sort of went away from things at the end of G1. Was never really into Beast Wars or any of those lines and any recent ones, but let's say Transformers Prime, it's got me back into it again, and here we are again. Question number 2: can you think of a standout moment in your life regarding Transformers? Well, I would say it probably has to be seeing the '86 movie at the cinema. I was 5 years old, and my parents took me to see it at the cinema along with my little brother, and it was just amazing seeing someone like that on a big screen. And rather amusingly, he found Unicron terrifying and hid behind the chairs every time he came on the screen. So he won't see this, so won't ever know I'm embarrassing him to the world. But there we go. Number 3: who is your favourite Transform of all time? Now, if you'd have asked me this, well, God knows how many years ago. When was it? 25 years ago, whatever it is. When the original run was on, I'd have probably said Bumblebee. I mean, I'm sure a lot of kids love Bumblebee, but not anymore. I can't stand him anymore. Not in the G1, I mean, but he seems to be used a little bit too much in everything these days. But no, so my favourite Transformer of all time now, and I probably have I sort of have a top sort of few that sort of fluctuate as I get into things and lose interest in other things. But overall, I would probably say Wheeljack. Yeah, he's probably my favourite. Number 4: what is your most prized Transformers possession? I've probably had quite a few over the years that are now sadly no longer with me, thanks to, as I said, my sister broke quite a few of them when we were younger. But as I've been buying stuff recently, I would say it's probably this one, and this is Laster from Transformers Victory. Yeah, I'd say it's quite a rare one to have. I do have Blacker as well. I don't have Braver. Unfortunately, I saw one on eBay recently, and after postage and inevitable customs fees, I'd have probably been about 200 quid out of pocket, and I couldn't quite stretch to that really. It was, as much as I want him, no. So, moving on. What is your favourite piece of Transformers fiction? Probably 2 things really. I love the original Marvel comic. I collected that from, I think my first issue I got was issue 82, right in the middle of the Target 2006 storyline with all the Wreckers and everything. Love the Wreckers back then. Wish we had a Wreck and Ruin toy. Yeah, so I love that, collected that, so quite excited about this these days as well now then. And the other thing I would say I really enjoy, and I only found this recently, again through just trawling through YouTube really. I think someone maybe mentioned it in a video or something I decided to look up, and it's the Victory cartoon from I think 1989-ish, give or take. But yeah, love Victory. Tried to watch Headmasters before, got lent a DVD of that about a year ago, and it was dubbed, and I I couldn't watch it. It took me 6 attempts, I think, to get through the first episode. It's just wrong hearing the wrong voices, I think. But Victory, the episodes I was watching were subtitled, and I found that a lot easier to get on with, and it was a really good show. So, yeah. Where are we? Number 6. Outside of Transformers, what do you do with your life? Well, I work for a records management company, but I won't say any more on that because it's really, really dull and boring. Other than that, I play American football. I play for Oxford, and I play hockey for my local team as well. And what else do I do? I play a few computer games, normally sort of MMOs on the PC. It's been like the Old Republic and World of Tanks. So yeah, if you're playing any of those games, you'll know what I'm talking about. Where are I? I'll do that for that one. What is the origin of your YouTube screen name? The Juice84. That is sort of a homage to something that was when I first started playing American football. The first season I played, I weighed about 9 stone or something stupidly small like that, which is not really enough to play that game. And when I came back for my second season with the team, I'd put on about 2 stone of muscle through just lifting weights and working out a lot. And a few of my teammates who I got quite close to at the time made sort of allegations in jest, obviously, that I'd been partaking of a few substances that you shouldn't really be partaking of to help you with these things, and so I was known for a while as the Juice. And the 84 is just that's the number I happened to wear back when I was playing for that particular team, and I think it must have happened about the same time that I started signing up for various online things, and so it was an easy thing to remember and one that's not usually taken, so I use it for a lot of things still. Question number 8. Whose videos do you enjoy watching? Well, I say I've only recently discovered all these videos, so apologies if I haven't even seen any of some of people's videos yet. I'll probably stumble across them over the next month or so when I've got nothing better to do at the time. But I started off, the first video I actually started watching was Graham, the Collector 75. Yeah, I came across his videos somehow. I can't even think what else I was looking at on YouTube at the time, and I stumbled across his videos and ended up watching loads of them. Very funny guy actually. I just love his brutal honesty. If the toy's a bit shit, he'll say it's shit, even if we love it anyway. So I watch Graham's videos, and who else do I watch? Mr. John 35. Always like seeing what he picks up at the boot fairs and stuff. That's always quite interesting to see. Who else do I watch? Thew, obviously, he's a very good one. And then I watch a couple of other ones. Action Jackman does some very good in-depth reviews for toys. If you want a really in-depth review, go and check his videos out. And then there's a couple of other guys I watch regularly, Mitch Santona and Sportswolf 3. Those guys I tend to watch because they seem to get toys before everyone else, and I've got quite into collecting the Cyberverse Transformers Prime line. In fact, I think I've got every single one so far. Try to think how much I've spent on that. And so I tend to watch those guys because they'll review the new ones before anyone else seems to get them. Which Transformer is your holy grail? Question number 9. Now there's probably 2 or 3 that I really want at the minute. I mean, as I said before, I need Braver from the Victory series to complete my Road Caesar set, and so I'm really looking out for that one still. I really would like as well the eHobby Road Rage, the Trax recolor. I've been looking out for that one as well, and the only one I've found was like it would have cost me about 200 quid, and I may be mad, but I'm not that mad. But those are probably the 2 I've been looking out for a lot lately. But overall, and this goes back to my who's your favourite Transformers character, I don't have a G1 wheeljack. I would really like a G1 mint in box. I know it's going to cost me a fair few quid anyway, but mint in box G1 wheeljack. And I mean, I've got a Prime wheeljack. Where is he? Somewhere up on that shelf behind me. Ooh, he's about there. There he is. But yeah, I always wanted wheeljack when I was little. It was one of those ones you just never seem to see very often. And then when the Action Masters came out, Action Masters. I quite liked Action Masters because for the sole reason they were a bit more show accurate in terms of how they looked. And I kept for several Christmases in a row. I wanted Action Master wheeljack, and I never got him either. So yeah, I want a G1 wheeljack, please. And last of all, if you could transform into anything, what would it be? Well, why not transform into the lottery machines and then pick your own 6 numbers out every week? Then I wouldn't be skint from buying all these toys. Or failing that, just a sports car. Generic answer. I love Autobot cars. So as that is the 10 questions from the Getting to Know Transformers fan. As I said, I'll probably do another video, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure yet, depends how well this one's into about auto assembly, because I am going, and I've never been before, and I don't really know what I'm letting myself in for. So that should be fun. I'm going with my friend John, who I said introduced me to the Prime series, and he loves Transformers as well. So we're both going to be there for the whole weekend. He lives in Birmingham, so I'm just going to go and crash at his place for the weekend. But yeah, so this has been me, the Juice 84. Just call me Ben. That's my real name, so it's probably easier, isn't it? Yeah, I'll probably see you all again soon. Thanks for watching.